Welcome to Rack of the Week 151, Embrace the Chaos. First, I want to say welcome to my newest Patreon YouTube members, supporters, Raphael and Bill. Thank you very much. If you'd like to support this channel, I mentioned last week I have a new website. There's gear on that website. I'm talking about shirts, for example, like this shirt right here. Got the SSOP logo, and that's embroidered on a shirt. There's a variety of t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, hoodies, other things, and a couple of original designs that are similar to some famous rock albums that you know that I changed around to be pool themed. So check those out. Just go to shortstoponpool.com. There's a link in the description. This week, the theme is Embrace the Chaos, and I probably talked about this before. Not every rack is going to go textbook. In fact, a lot of them won't. You got to keep the cue ball alive, and you got to stay positive. This entire rack was one act of desperation, and it was the last rack in a run of 99, and something funny happens at the very end of the rack. So watch this video and see and check out what happens at the end of the rack. Let's get into it. I'm showing the shot before the break shot that begins this rack because I make a big mistake. And watch my stroking arm, my right arm, and see if you can tell what I do wrong. So that was an understroke, and yeah, why did I do that? I pulled my cue back too fast, and I didn't have the full length of backstroke that I was intending. I had visualized the spot where I wanted the cue ball, so I knew the speed that I wanted to hit it, and I had that in mind, and then I just rushed it. That's part of the reason why you've got to have a slow backstroke. You've got to let that happen. And if I had done that, I probably would have followed through with the correct speed, and my cue ball would have been over here. So as it is, and I might show a close-up of the overhead shot so you can see just what kind of an angle this is. It's not quite 90 degrees, but if you look at the angle of the cue ball to the ghost ball, it's close. So this is paper thin. This is a low percentage break shot, but so you saw me take a real good look at the shot. I know that my Q-tip is pointing just about half a ball diameter past the edge of the 10 ball. Yeah, put a real good stroke on that, and I might play this again in slow motion so you can see. It almost looked like the cue ball hit the object ball twice, but it didn't. That was a clean cut into the corner pocket. And of course, there's no way to control the cue ball. I liked how the cue ball behaved. It kind of curved to the bottom rail and went straight up table. So I've got a fairly good of spread of balls to begin with. I think I've got two reasonable shots to start with, and that's the 7 or the 13. The 13's a blocker ball. We're going to need to get rid of it, but the 7 is the shot because it blocks the 8, and it's natural for the cue ball to come twice across tables. So from this area of the table, I'll have a shot on the 8, this ball on the side, or the 13. So I think that's the right shot to start with. I'm not extremely concerned at this moment. I'm a little bit concerned because I don't have a break ball, and that's going to happen sometimes with those types of break shots that I just shot. There's no balls outside a rack. There isn't even anything below the rack. And based on where, let me hit pause real quick. Based on where the cue ball stopped, I would have liked for the cue ball to come farther. I definitely would have liked to play this 8 ball first, because then you can just bounce off the rail and get on this 15 or the 13. But I'm thinking about how to get to a break ball. I think that I'm going to get a shot, and I'll be able to push something from the center of the rack over to one side or the other and get a break ball. And as a last resort, the 3 ball and the 6 ball each are possible break balls. They're not the best, but they can work. So I'm not extremely concerned. I do know that I need to go up and get the 8 ball before too long, but I need to make a break ball. Based on where the cue ball stopped, I'm going to shoot this stripe, and I think it's a bad idea to just run into these. You can scratch too easily. You need more control of the cue ball. So at first, I don't realize this is a chaotic rack, but it gets there real quick. What I'm doing right now is I'm just letting the cue ball float down here so I can shoot that 13. So I've gotten rid of my 2 blocker balls on my first 2 shots, and I think that's nothing wrong with doing that. And now I can apply a little bit more strategy, and I'm trying to think, what did I decide? Oh, yeah, I remember what I decided. I want to, yeah, so a little bit involved here. I want to shoot the 9 ball into this corner pocket because I'm running into these balls and I can possibly make a break ball. And my cue ball is going to probably come off of these balls and go up table. So I'll have a shot on one of these balls or on the 3 ball. The 6 ball sets me up for that 9 ball. That's the key. That's what you're looking for. Balls that connect to rebreak balls like this. So if it wasn't for the 8 ball, I would shoot this 13, go up table to get an angle on the 8. Then you can shoot the 8, come across table, and you're on the 6. So 13, 8, 6, 3-shot sequence gets you on your rebreak shot with insurance. Okay? Can't do that because the 8 ball's there. So it's for that reason that I play position from the 13 to the 8. Make sure I get an angle, just hit it nice and soft. Now I can go get it. To this ball right here. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see which ball that is. Let's take a look. Oh, that's the 4 ball. There we go. So I went from the 13 to the 4, and I'm taking a look. This is good strategy. I've been talking about this lately. Use your feet. Don't just walk behind the shot and shoot. Walk around. Look at your options. I don't think the 14 ball goes, but the 1-9 combination is very close. I'm considering my options right now. I have a pattern. I could, from here, do what I just said, which is 1, 2 rails, come out, so I have an angle on the 8, use the 8 to get on the 6, and I have the 9. But that's a long road to travel, and I'm betting the rack on that being successful. I'm looking at the 1-9 combination because the cue ball is going to go up and hit the 2, which is going to nudge the 11 over for a break shot. And then the cue ball should go this way as well. I'll have a short shot on the 14 back this way, or come up for a shot on the 3 or the 6. I decide to go for that. This is a small window to shoot between these balls and get on the 1-9 combination. But the thing is, if I'm trying to get in this area and I fail, I'll still have a shot on the 8. So I'm giving myself more opportunities to run the rack rather than just putting all my eggs in one basket. So I'm really focusing on this. I believe, is it 2 rails? No. Oh, wait a minute. I changed my mind. So that was one option. I just realized I changed my mind. After looking at all that, I decided no. I was just going to come up here and play for that window. And I said, no, I don't have a break ball and the balls are tied up. And that equation says you need to be a little bit more aggressive. So instead, I'm sending the cue ball with a curving follow shot off this 4 right into those balls right now. I think that's a pretty aggressive decision. And maybe that's what led to my problems with this rack. Maybe that's what led to the chaos. Now, that didn't necessarily turn all that bad. I only have 2 balls that are tied up right now. And once the 9 ball's gone, then I think the 1 and the 14 both go back this way. So I'm taking a look at the 114. By the way, this is chaotic. This is the chaos rack. Why is that? Because I have no break ball. I've got an up table ball. Just nothing's in the right position. Things are still tied up and half the balls are gone. This is going to happen, and you got to embrace it. So I went around and looked at my options. You saw me eyeball the 114 combination. It's not very straight. But like I said, once the 9's gone, they both go over here. So I already know that the 6 ball leads to the 9 because I looked at that earlier. So right now I'm shooting this stripe in the side. That's the easiest shot on the table. And I simply want to bring the cue ball over here, shoot the 9. I can use the 9 to try and bump something into break ball position, or simply run the rest of the balls and use the 3 ball as a break ball. And the 2 ball goes in this pocket. So that 2 ball could possibly be the key ball for the 3 ball. Now that's my plan. And if you play this video back, you might see me not take enough time on this stripe because that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't really, walk around and really visualize what you actually want. See, I'm saying I wanted this to get on the 6, get on the 9, then everything's easy. So I just made things really hard. Okay.
Oh, can't believe I did that.
We're descending further into chaos. So I don't have a shot on the 6. The 3-6 combo is too tough. I don't want to shoot the 9. That's more missable than this 13 ball. Okay, so I say to myself, all right, You're just going to have to do what you've already been planning in a different order. I have a slight angle on this 13. I can, or is that whatever that striped ball is. And I don't need to slide over much because I want an angle on the 8. Then I can shoot the 8, come over for the 6, and get on the 9. Okay, things are, right now I'm really not panicking. Things are still, it's okay. It's not, I wish I would have gotten onto the 6 ball right now, but we're just dealing with it. And that's what you have to do. You have to embrace the chaos. Okay. None of the shots that I'm shooting are really all that difficult. It's the pattern in totality that's can get in your head. You can't, you just have to embrace the chaos. So now I'm taking a good look. I don't need to, and I look at it and say to myself, I don't need to draw the cue ball all the way over here. Just bring it across to here. That's what I told myself. And what do? What the heck is that? I hit it completely wrong. And I bet if you looked at it, again, like the break shot or like the key ball shot that began this fiasco, I had a rushed backstroke. That backstroke rush, if you rush on that backstroke, your cue ball control just starts to go out the window. And the converse is true. When you have a slow backstroke, ooh, your cue ball control, suddenly it's magical out of nowhere. Okay, we're really in the chaos territory now. This is a recovery shot. I'm just going to shoot the 9, let the cue ball hit the 3 to stop the cue ball, and geez, let's hope we get something. I know that the 114 will be open now, so let's see what happens. So just all my energy. I'm going to complain about this now. Why does this have to happen? The cue ball, I'm elevated over the 2 to shoot the 6. So, oh, geez. I look for a second at this. I would have loved to have a shot on the 3 or the 2 to get the cue ball over here for the 114, because right now the 6 is my best break shot. But I'm going to shoot the 6 because that's the easy. I don't have any other. Actually, I don't have any other shot to shoot. So I'm looking at. I've already made up my mind. I have 2 options for a break ball. One is the 3 ball on the side. When I shoot the 6. I'm just going to slow roll it because I'm elevated over the ball and I really can't do anything else with the cue ball. But I'm going to have an inside angle on this 2 ball in the upper corner, which means after I shoot the 2, the 6 is the cue ball is going this way. So I'm going to be able to get position on the 114. So I have 2 options. Once the 6 and the 2 ball are gone and the cue ball's here, I will either be able to shoot both of those and play position on the 3 ball on the side, cue ball 2 rails behind the rack for the break shot, or I'm going to have an angle to shoot the 1 and knock the 14 ball just a little bit down for a below the rack break shot. My cue ball will stop here, and I'll either be able to shoot the 3 in the upper corner and bring the cue ball over here for the below the rack break shot, or cut the 3 in the side and bring the cue ball over here. Now, both of those are terrible end patterns, but it's what I got in this chaotic rack. It's all I got. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Hard to miss the shot. You're hitting it so soft that pocket gets really big, and I just want to keep an angle on this too. Now, I don't have a lot of angle. Things are looking up. The tendency when you're shooting this 2 ball is you realize that you got to get the cue ball all the way over here. And I'm coming to take a look. That's good. Good strategy. Use your feet. I don't have a big angle on this, so I've got to hit it hard. That makes the pocket smaller. When the tendency is to overcut this ball, you've got to remember that so that you hit the outside facing. That's what you're aiming for. Like that. Get over there. When you're going to hit it hard. If you hit it hard and hit the rail going in, it's going to rattle. Okay. I have too much angle to nudge the 14 ball down. So what I'm doing is playing the cue ball forward. The 14 is going to go this way, cue ball is going to go this way, and I'll have a shot on the 14. In other words, I'm committed to the 3 ball on the side. Now, look at this. I want this angle. I didn't mark that very well. Let's put a single line there. I marked that angle, and I'm looking at it again, and I looked here. Let's compare that to where the cue ball gets. I'm back cutting the 14, so you got to play this really delicately. A lot of draw, very short backstroke and follow through. Just real short, just a little boop, like that. And that's how you control the speed. So not too bad. I'm a little bit short. I would like more angle. And then, so this is 2 rails behind the rack. I'm going to rack this pretty quick, and then I'm going to point to where I need the cue ball on the rail, and I think I even talk about it. And I talk about getting the cue ball pretty low on this rail, and that's a mistake. Because if the cue ball comes low on this rail, then you're coming up to the near side of the rack. Now, it's really easy to hit too high on this side rail and miss the rack completely. You got to find that spot between those, and that's why you need to practice this break shot. I'm trying to hit one of these two balls. So my cue ball goes to this rail, and it's going to come off to here, and that's it. But I hit I hit the rail too low, too far down. And the cue ball hit the 7, and I have no shot. And that's the end of the run. Now, this is a 99 ball run. This is the end. I try the 9-14 combination in the side and miss. You might say, oh, 99. Oh, you almost made 100. How? What are the odds? Well, the odds are really high. 99 ball runs happen a lot. And here's why. Because 7 racks is 98 points. You make the break ball, that's 99, and then you don't have a shot. 99 ball run. It's not that uncommon. It'll happen. It'll happen to you at some point. I have a whole bunch of 99 ball runs for this exact reason. So I'm looking at it, and what's funny is that I missed this. And so this was during a live stream, and I put my cue down, I took my glove off, and I went and sat down, and I was talking to the people in the chat during the live stream, and I was like, I was upset about it. I was like, darn it all, let me just see. So I'm going to advance. I got out of my chair and set the break shot back up and shot it again. Watch this. So here I am. I got out of my chair. I don't have my glove on anymore. I took my glove off, and I set up the break shot, and maybe not even as good of an angle. But watch where the cue ball hits the rack on the bottom. I'm just repeating that break shot. This time I hit the 6 instead of the 7, so I still didn't hit it where I want. But look at the results. I'm crying about it. 8 ball straight in the side, 14 ball on the other side, open the rack wide, and I'm in business. Why couldn't that result have happened? And then I would have had a 100 ball plus run. I'll tell you why. You have to embrace the chaos. This is straight pool. The balls do not have to cooperate. Yes, we strive to control the cue ball on our break shots and get good open break shots where the rack can be at least somewhat textbook, and we rarely get into any kind of trouble. But I mean, these are round balls on a flat surface. They are going to obey the laws of chaos, and you're just not going to get an easy rack all the time. And I guarantee you, if you're going to run 100 balls, at least one of your racks, if not more, are going to be tougher, more difficult. You just got to embrace it. It's not a negative thing. You've got to accept it and say, yeah, that's going to lead to the end of my run sometimes, but sometimes it's not. And when you get through it, you can feel good about yourself. And so embrace the chaos. Hope you like that. Hope you enjoyed that. Check out my website, shortstoponpool.com. Get yourself a cool shirt, and see you next week on Rack of the Week. Thanks. Bye.